All right, so took Ella to the park today, working her around some other trainers, and the trainers brought some other dogs for us to work off of. So, what we've noticed with Ella is when we get out in public, super social with people, can be a little bit barky with other dogs. I think it's coming from a little bit of some insecurity, just feeling a little bit shy, and then getting a little bit frustrated being pulled back on the leash. So, the heel position helps relieve a lot of that frustration because she's not out in front of us and feeling constant tension on the leash. And that can help alleviate a lot of frustration. And so as we're just kind of talking amongst ourselves as the trainers, just having her hang out and be around these other dogs is a great socialization. So it's not about her going up to dogs and saying hi to them. It's just really about her being around them and paying more attention to me, having some impulse control, asking for a down here just as we're hanging out. So it's giving her something to do just as we chit chat. So really good for her to be able to be out with dogs and be more calm and be more neutral. There's a couple times that you'll see me give her a correction. A lot of it, I'm correcting the state of mind that she spirals up into, because if she's starting to get into an excited state of mind, more often than not, she is going to do some bad behaviors, whether that's pulling on the leash again, or maybe letting out some vocalization, a bark or a woof. And then I'm keeping her moving. So I'm working on that heel just so that we're really practicing and staying consistent with what I want her to be doing, especially if she's going to be going through airports. She's going to see other dogs in the airport. And so we want to make sure that we're correcting the bad behavior, but also giving her lots of praise. I'm making sure that she knows that I like what she's doing. I want her to keep doing that, but being consistent with so right there, I give a little correction. She actually does get a little woofy here. And so I told her to leave it, and then I'm asking her to heel again, and she's kind of like, it's really hard. That dog started to bark at her, and so she chose to lay down, and I just said, nope, I actually need you to heel and pay attention. Sometimes we see some displacement behavior where something feels a little bit harder. She chose to lay down when I'm asking for a heel. So I'm just being clear with her, like, I need you to heel right there. She's fixating on the other dog, giving a little correction. Nope, you have to heel with me. I know the dog is barking at you, but it doesn't matter. You got to pay attention. And it's not an easy task. Like, it requires a lot of mental capacity and brain power. And so just following through and being consistent with her is important. She can be, a little bit pushy and persistent at times, and so we just keep following through. She knows what she's supposed to be doing, and then we carry on. And she definitely has a really nice recovery once we have really good, clear communication of, nope, we don't like that behavior, we disagree with it, even though we've got all these other dogs out here at the park. And she's pretty good to just be a good sport and carry on. So that consistency is going to be key, and we plan on working her often around other dogs as we get her out more into public spaces, just so that she gets really used to passing them in a more neutral manner. And then ultimately just following through on the obedience in general. So really loving where she's at just a week in.